Let's talk about images and how we can add them to our posts. Up to now we've been dealing with how to create posts and pages, and we know how to add text, and we also know how to format text, but things would look a lot more exciting if we could add images, and WordPress has this ability, of course. There's a central hub for managing all your images in the admin interface under Media. There's Media Library and Media Add New. Right now I have nothing in my library, but if I wanted to, I can add something. Click Add New, either select Files and navigate to a folder, such as the one that I have on my desktop. Pick one image, pick several images, and upload them. This will bring them into the WordPress Media Library. If you're writing a post or a page, you can also upload an image directly from here. Hit Add Media and either add something that's already in your image library or take this opportunity to upload some files, like we just did. Same procedure. Either select the files and insert them, or you can make it even easier by simply dragging files in from your desktop. Let me show you how this works. So notice where your cursor is here. Pick one image or pick several images and simply drag them from your Finder window or your Windows Explorer and drag them into the post. And that'll also open the upload dialog. Preview to see if this is what we like. Well, certainly images in the post, but we can do a lot more with images. And there's a lot more going on in the background in WordPress when you upload an image. Let me show you what that is. We can remove images from our post, but that doesn't delete them from the media library. So if I wanted to add this image in a different size, for example, you can see that if I hit Add Image, my images are still there. So rather than the small version, I like to use a larger version. Notice on the bottom here we have a size drop down. In fact, we have 4 sizes to choose from. I'm pretty sure I've only uploaded one size, so what's going on here? Well, my original image was 1600 by 1200. But WordPress in the background has uploaded 3 other sizes that have been created on the fly. A thumbnail size, 150 by 150 pixels, a medium size, a large size, and the full size, the one that I've uploaded. Let me insert the large size and we'll see what happens. There we go. Preview that. And my image is much larger. This happens because sometimes you may upload images that would be too large to be displayed in a web browser. It would take a long time to download this. I remember one of my colleagues did all this with his family photos. He always uploaded the largest resolution he could and then entered 20 of his latest family gathering pictures at, I don't know, 5 megabytes per picture at a really large resolution, and he was complaining that his website was loading very slowly. Well, that was because the web browser had to pull down all that data, and really for a web resolution that isn't really necessary. So if I remove this again and again add the same picture, you can see that we have a link to option. I can link to the media file if someone clicks on the image. I can link to an attachment page, a custom URL, or I can remove the link altogether. So a much better way if I wanted to provide the full resolution to my readers is either to insert the large or the medium picture. And if I were to publish this, if someone were to click on the image, then they would be directed to the very large version with all this intricate detail. So this is a better way because only then the large picture is loaded and the smaller resolution is displayed in line. Some themes specify a size. They require large images to be a certain width so that they look good on posts and pages. And let me show you where you can set that, or where certain themes set that. If you head over to Settings, Media, you can see that these sizes are defined here. Thumbnail size, medium size, and large size. And what this means is those are the maximum dimensions. So my image was 1600 wide and 1200 tall. So WordPress went ahead and said, well, the maximum height we can allow for a large image is 1024, retains the aspect ratio and shrinks down the height and the width so that the picture doesn't get squashed. With thumbnails, we have the option to crop it to exact squares. This is something that's akin to sort of, app icons. They're always perfect squares, and sometimes that makes sense. But the problem is that this does crop your images and takes image content away. So if we head over to that image again, remove it, and let me insert the thumbnail. Cropped 150 by 150. There it is. It's not a big problem in my picture because it still looks good in a square, but if we were to upload a portrait, that may cut off the head of a figure, and that's not so good. Images are rarely used by themselves. They're often supplements to text. Let me add some text here, and say I wanted to open this text with an image that is right adjusted, say a thumbnail. Place the cursor where you would like to insert the image. Again, click Add Media, select your picture, and notice the Alignment tab here. This is something that is, again, HTML. None means the picture appears with no particular formatting. Left aligned, center aligned, and right aligned means the text can flow around it. Right aligned looks best. Let me try that. And the preview window shows me pretty much exactly what this is going to look like on the home page, but to be absolutely sure, hit the preview button and we'll see what this looks like. Right aligned thumbnail pictures make more sense than left aligned ones because our eyes, well, at least in Western languages, starts reading from the left. If you had a picture and you would left align it, like I will do now, it's also possible to adjust that with the context menu. Just click the image and hit left align. Then the picture is here, and this is all kind of okay, but if you are reading the post, then you'd see that your eye has to wander from here over to here at that point, and that is not a very pleasurable experience for Western readers. In Japan, it's exactly the opposite because they read from right to left, or other Arabic languages do that as well. Center alignment is also possible, but text can't flow left or right of it, just something to be aware of. This makes more sense for larger images. Let me remove that and perhaps add a larger version here. Again, wherever the cursor is inside your post, that's where the picture is going to be inserted. Perhaps I'll add these books that I've made in a program called Hexagon. In this case, the original image was too small, so there is no large size that had to be resized because the full size was already smaller than what the large size was that was defined in the settings. Preview what this looks like. Yeah, it's a bit too large, I guess. Doesn't fit quite right here. Oh, it's right aligned, sorry. Let's center align it and preview this again. Looks much better. I can also give images a caption, and again it's defined by the theme what the caption is going to look like. Let's try that with these books. Select it and hit Edit, and this gives us the option to give it a caption. By the way, if you hit Preview again and this tab has already opened, the Open tab will update. Here, this is our caption. Notice that the image here in the preview is much larger than on the actual post. That is because 2013 imposes a maximum width on the image. So even if I were to upload a really, really large image that's much wider than what my browser window could handle, 2013, this particular theme will downsize it, and while still downloading all that data, it will make sure nothing of the image is cropped in the post. Not every theme is that nice. I can also add image galleries. So if I were to perhaps remove this and I want to display more than one image, I can create a little gallery. Hit Add Media and select Create Gallery. Select as many images as you like. Each of them will get a little tick box here. Select Create a Gallery. Caption the images if you like. And decide what you would like them to be laid out as. Perhaps 3 columns is good, 3 pictures. You can also select the size here and hit Insert Gallery. And when you do that, Users can click on these and even look through the entire gallery that way. And when you hover over them, all your captions are displayed in line quite nicely. It's good if you want to insert a large number of images into a post. If you ever wanted to remove images from your WordPress site, as I said, if you remove it from your post and update the post, the image will be gone from here, but it's still part of the media library. Let me show you how that works. For that, you can go into the media library, and I'll show you this with a brand new picture that we're going to insert here. Perhaps the director's chair. Maybe I've uploaded this in the wrong aspect ratio, I've uploaded the wrong picture, I've uploaded the wrong color correction, whatever. If I wanted to remove it from WordPress, hit delete permanently. As a result, if you do not remove it from your post, all you'll see is this nasty icon. So be aware of that. If you want to remove something from your server, it's no problem to do that, but make sure you remove the images that you really don't want to include into posts anymore. And in case this ever happens to you, to get rid of this, head back over to the post and remove references to that image from here as well. There's one last thing I wanted to tell you about images before we bring this video to an end. I've just written a brand new post. I've called it Kafkaesque, and all we can see is text in here. There's something in WordPress that's called featured images, and they are images that are associated with posts, but they don't appear in line in a post. I know, sounds complicated. Let me show you what that means. I'm going to go over here where I'm editing my post, and on the bottom right, just underneath tags, you can see an option. In fact, I can probably close these two things down. I have an option that's called featured image, and it allows me to set a featured image. This is theme dependent where this appears, so premium themes often make use of that and display this as little icons, or this particular theme 2013 will display this above the post title. So select set featured image, pick anything from your media library or upload a new image. I'm going to use this one here, the blue glass, or glass with blue background rather. Select set featured image here and update your post. Nothing seems to have happened in the back end other than another thumbnail being displayed here. But on the front page, if I refresh that, I can now see that my picture appears above the post title. And this happens on the front page as well as on the single post page. Notice that the image is cropped from its original dimensions. That is something, again, that is theme specific. Some crop a small sliver out and turn it into something like a background. So it requires a little bit of experimentation, but it is a feature that is quite nice every once in a while. So, play around with it and see if your theme supports it. If you want to get rid of a featured image, again, head back over to edit your post and simply select remove featured image. That'll get rid of it. Once done, don't forget to update your post. No more featured image. Nice, that was it for images. In the next video, let's see how we can embed videos from Vimeo and YouTube.